not for a few days, but throughout our spiritual journey. Respected listeners, audience, remember and strengthen all these our nine identities. Sufficiently viragi from the world, sufficiently have done our duties as seva to the world. Sufficiently we understood, valued, respected, served our Sanatana Dharma. Viragi Sevaka Dharma Samstapaka. Then sufficiently we have to make within us the Bhakta. Without God's grace nothing happens. Therefore, Shishya without guidance from nothing happens. Therefore, then Shrota in us. Relentlessly we have to never ever take it for granted that everything is known or understood. No. Till the experience comes, we have to have the ability or the desire or readiness to go on getting guided through Shravana by our elders. Then keep up that mumukshu in us. This is where we have to little work hard. That the position where we are now is a bondage. From that we have to get out, ejected out of it. If this feeling is not there, and if we feel where do we stand today, is to be comfortable, safe, secured, then we will not feel to come out of it. That's another big problem for all of us, that because we got habituated to this life of slavery and bondage, we just don't feel that we are bound. That is why the desire to get liberated, called as mumukshuta, is not strong enough in us. So, focus on this point little more. Then only there is a meaning for the jignasu, the Brahma jignasu. So, like the introduction itself in our Shwethashwathara is Brahma jignasu nam. So, that jignasu in us also has to become deepened and strengthened. Are we jignasu or not? Definitely, but not of the Brahman, something else. Therefore, instead of being a jignasu of something else, let us become Brahma jignasu. Are we mumukshu or not? Definitely we are a mumukshu, but not from the entire bondage. We are a mumukshu from the small little worldly bondages with small little worldly solutions only. So to are we not shishya? Yes, definitely, but of our own mind are equally foolish other people. Are we bhakta or not? Definitely, of those who are doing, giving us the bhoga adi. But make it to Guru and God. That is the idea. All gunas we have, but they are guided somewhere else. They have to be guided for divinity. They are used for something else. They have to be used for spiritual evolution. For all these to happen at our level, we are such a low capacity less, energy less, knowledge less, sadhana less, therefore useless. How we have to be empowered? These are the five sources of empowering. Every day we have to empower ourselves by tuning to them the way the tuning has to be. The first one is the Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa. How do we tune? By daily doing the Shravana and Swadhyaya. Then how do we tune and get empowered and blessed? By the next set. The Guru Tattva, the Guru Parampara, the Swaguru, the Acharyas is again listening to them, taking them into confidence, clarifying our doubts with them, taking the guidance and following that sadhana, entering into their good books in two ways that they have accepted, understood. We are sadhakas as well as we are ready to follow what sadhanas they say. Even these two fronts, if we can make our gurus, believers, trust us, all their love, all their tapasya shakti, they pour on us for our evolution undoubtedly. Then tune to all the devatas by remembering them, extending gratitude to them, doing the due upasana, yajna, and pray. Thank you for what you have given. Continue, please, till we reach the goal. This is the way we have to tune to all our Devata Gana consciously. When tuned to the Ishvara by seeing his magnanimous universe, his capacities in it of Srushti, Sthiti, Laya. See, yesterday in our last portion of Shiva Bhujanga, and didn't we see Bhagwan Shankara saying, the whole world has come from you, staying in you, going back into you. Can there be any God greater than you, other than you? Can't be. Therefore, to such you, by saying Shivoham, Shivoham, I am surrendering myself. It's a great guidance. For 18 days, we have seen that Shiva Bhujanga Prayata Stotra. So, today onwards, some other text we may start. In that way, through that Sharanagati Bhakti, preceded by recognizing the Lord's intervention, rather, Lord's soul powers in the total universe, so to given freedom to us, Lord doesn't want to compel. When we take freedom from the Lord, that freedom we have to use to surrender to Him, to give Him freedom to bless us. Understood? Lord has given freedom to human beings, like you give freedom to your children. But that freedom, if they use and come back to you, Papa, you guide me. So you will pour all your knowledge, guidance, na? Like in Gita. Bhagavan gave all knowledge to Arjuna, gave freedom to him. That freedom Arjuna used in what way? Okay, then let us run away. Not that way. He said, Karishye vachanam tava. Oh Lord, I will do what you said. That is a glory. That is a beauty. The Lord gave us freedom, and after giving, He doesn't involve. Using that freedom, we have to surrender to Him. Then that He sees and then blesses us. Those blessings, when once start coming from the divine, then our journeys will be in leaps and bounds towards spirituality. The so much complicated and difficult understanding sadhanas which we were not able to do earlier, rather not able to even understand, all of them start becoming conspicuous. We'll be able to do them also. That is the Ishwariya Kripa Shakti. But for that Upasana surrenders, trust in Him, faith in Him, everyday prayers to Him. Other than you, O Lord, who else is there to take care of me? Bhukti Mukti you give, but that Bhukti Mukti is only for survival. That survival is only to know you, to be one with you, to surrender to you, to allow you to express through me. In this way, Nirandara tuning to Ishvara. Then comes tune to Brahma Tattva. What more to say? Yesterday in Guru Gita, in the last portion of 37th chapter, how many times we are told, Aham Brahmasmi na samshayaha, Aham Brahmasmi na samshayaha. And it is said, कि हम ब्रह्मास्मि mantra is the greatest mantra, upasana greatest upasana, japa is the greatest japa, vicharana is the greatest vicharana. There is no greater shastra than this, greater upadesha than this, greater guru shishya than this. Udiko, this is how we tune to the Brahma Tattva. All these, when they become relentless, then there is some progress noticeable. Having done this, like every day, to tune ourselves to the truth or to the noble thing which we have undertaken, for the beautiful study of Shwethashwathara, where once we saw what is our essential nature, then 3 days we have spent to understand how we get bound, what is bondage, and we also started yesterday how the liberation starts. केनापि सुकृतकर्मणा Brahmanadi Yogya Sharira Avapti. From that portion, we will see and as clearly, deeply as possible, focusing fully our attention, we not only try to understand, grasp it, and feel our tuning with that knowledge and recognize, realize what we are supposed to do clearly and really start doing it. For that purpose only we are doing our classes. Now, just 3 or 4 minutes in continuation of what is it now. Like every day, one thought. What does it is? Look back and see whether these 4 years of our being together in our 6,200 classes or our 10, 20 years of wherever we were in spiritual zone or in many lives of our spiritual effort. What is the state we have reached to? We cannot say it is zero, we can't say it is 100% also. Some 5 or 10%. Now the question is why not 30, 40, 50%? Why not more conspicuous, more substantial? Okay. Whatever has happened has gone. Now for future, what is to be? Focus on these lines. Any way attentive, substantial growth and experience can be gained when some substantial sadhana, convinced substantially, has been done substantially by us. So, doing sadhana different, doing substantial sadhana is different. Substantial means जिसमें substance है, and doing it with full substantially, then that gives the result. So, how many sadhanas we are doing? Every one of them are noble every day. But whichever has been substantially done for whatever the amount of substantial period, to that extent substantial result in the form of growth or understanding or evolution it gives. Any examples we can take? The example of our own classes. We are every day coming to. But how substantial is our attendance? Not only in the physical appearance, but in the application of our antakarana. The more deeper substantial it is, the more deeper will be its result of able to understand the theme, isn't it? In the same way, the japa we are doing yesterday, every day, let us say, how deeply, substantially we have involved in that. Such a substantial sadhana, Bhagavan says, Yajnanam japayagnosmi. Even Yogacharya says, Tajjapastadartha bhavanam. Isn't it? Not an ordinary sadhana, highest, noblest, substantial most. But how are we doing it? Isn't it? Sadhana being substantial is different. The authority of substantiality of the sadhana is different. The giver is substantial, no doubt. But how substantially we are doing it? Then definitely it will give result. Focus on that. We are doing it. But how much substantial? Upasana, 15-20 minutes. How substantially? Then stotra patanam or bhajana or kirtana or our own shastra swadhyaya. How much substantial we are doing. So it's not a pointing out some mistake or questioning one's doings, but only inquiring, can we improve upon it? Rather, we should improve upon it, and therefore we can improve, then we must. When that is done and consistently, periodically, that alone starts giving us a result, isn't it? So, good what sadhanas we are doing are do substantial. The best example is that of Bhagavan Rama. How substantial his inquiry must be, about what is the life that's going on outside, all aspects, that he is coming to such a great understandings. And he is telling them with such a examples that unimaginable for a boy of 15 years old. क्या क्या तगड़ा examples दे रहे हैं, isn't it? Now, how can it click to Rama of that age? He's a human being. Because substantial was his inquiry. Wonderful it was. We are seeing yesterday, today we will conclude that chapter of Jivana Garahanam if it is not fully used only for spiritual evolution. In the 15th Sarga, the Ahankara Garahanam, substantially he will guide us. So he has done substantially, therefore he got substantial wisdom or knowledge. It is put to us in the text. We are studying it. But are we studying it substantially? Are those thoughts reverberating in us after the class before we sleep at least a few times? What was Rama's thinking? What examples he gave about the Ayu? How he gave the four examples saying that these things I can trust, but not the Ayurdhaya when it will go away. How he compared with the Bila, how he compared with the Rogas, with that the Aku, the rats, etc. How he compared with them with the serpents in the jungle, which take away the entire oxygen there. How these rogas inside the body take away the sapidity of the body and leave us dead carcass. And how again these rogas allow oozing out all the pus negativities from the body, give us such a pain, dukkha, naraka. It is so perfect, wonderful explanations. So we should remember them. That's how Shastra Adhyanam substantial, knowledge substantial will be gained. Manana Chintanam substantial, convictions will be stronger. Meditation is substantial. We can go beyond the upadhi and can try, can see, can come to that experience. This is one essential discussion today. In line with this, the second one is then why that substantially we are not able to do? A question should be asked, isn't it? No, the million answers can be given. One, two things are what? Key in our own mind and in its routine that we are caught up. This we have to quietly recognize. It can be an object, it can be a place, it can be a bhoga, it can be a situation, it can be an it can be a thoughtless routine to which we got habituated, not changing it even after entering into spirituality, or it can be a person, issues with that person, isn't it? These are the one or the two or the any one of them or two or three of them are the ones in which our attention energies are going. A bhoga, it can be attention is always of the food, or it can be watching some TV movie. Some of the bhoga are taking our energy and attention, and we are careless and very light about it. Therefore, we are careless and insincere also about our sadhana. Or it can be people, whoever they may be, more than due or required attention we are giving either out the attachment or aversion. It can be anyone, or it can be an object possessed by it, or a routine. Every one of us have a routine set, and we are not able to come out of that routine to reset it for the inclusion of sadhana, that too substantially. Like I have jogging half an hour or 45 minutes, and I have this exercise 30 minutes, and I compulsorily must talk to my friends, relatives every day for 2 hours, 1 hour. अब इतने चीज़ों से भराया, 4 न्यूज़पेपर मुझे पढ़ना है per day. Then where is the time for the sadhana substantially? Now, none of these things we can give up completely overnight. Common sense is what? Slowly take away little time from it, isn't it? If your exercise is jogging together is for 1 hour, make it 50 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes इधर लगा, isn't it? So to your phone calls are for 1 hour, make it 45 minutes. 15 मिनट इधर दे दो, है ना? Reading 3 newspapers. Reduce one. Oh, that 15 minutes, give it to the Lord. In this way, from every routine which is not so substantial, have to take time for the substantial sadhana. Mostly our time goes wasted in some immature people, not matured ones, in the entertainments. In whatever the form, that entertainment can be playing with the grandchild also. Actually, it can be any form where your mind is entertained. There the intellect is not working. If intellect works, it takes us toward the convinced sadhana, isn't it? There also we may not tell you to give up everything. Thoda kam karo. है ना? The intelligent life is reducing the non-spiritual and increasing the spiritual to begin with. Slowly, slowly, become more and more spiritual so that there's no time for the non-spiritual. Isn't it? In that way, intelligently, we have to find our own ways. The guidance or idea remaining same, how it works, it depends from individual to individual. How we can manage it, how we can do it, how can we plan it. देखो somehow करना, फिर जो करना है वो बढ़िया साधना होना है, तगड़ा वाला, और उसको तगड़ा करना चाहिए. उस करने का भी अनुभव, उसका रिजल्ट का भी अनुभव वी मस्ट एक्सपीरियंस, and that should fill us with more confidence. Then take up more substantial. In this way, continuous work, planning, effort, struggle should go on happening within us, non noticeable to anyone outside. We are doing it, we are growing through it. And every time, the faith in God and Guru, because of our prayers and their powers and kindness, then confidence within ourselves that we can do. These are the ones as two wings always should be there. You know, Bhavani, Shankara Vande, Shraddha, Vishwasa Rupino. Shraddha in the divinity, Vishwasa in ourselves. You have that Vishwasa. That is why every day you come to class. You have that Shraddha, therefore you are listening attentively. How beautiful it is. Just remember that Shraddha for the Shastras is gone and Vishwas on yourself is reduced. Mercina Yoga, I have become old now. Lose that Vishwasa, you will stop coming. Isn't it? So too, Shraddha chala gaya, to somewhere else we go. So those two as wings, when we have, then start using the intellect, reschedule ourselves, replan ourselves, then do substantial sadhana and substantially. Okay. So the three substantial sadhanas are, one is Shravanam and Adhyanam of the Shastra, second is Mananam, Chintanam of the Shastra, third is Dhyanam on the Tattva. Everything else is to prepare for this. If these three we are able to do straight away, go for them. Nothing required. Not able to do for various reasons, then other sadhanas done only to equip ourselves for this. In this way, may we be blessed and guided by the Lord with right understanding, and may we be inspired from within consistently all the time to be able to do substantial sadhanas substantially, vigorously, ruthlessly, consistently. With full faith in the goal and God and confidence in ourselves. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shruti Smriti Purana Namalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Om Jagatimavithum Kalita Krutayo Vicharanti Mahamah Satchalatah Ahimam Surivatra Vibhasi Guru Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam Brahmanandam Parama Sukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaतीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषाम् आयुरारोग्यादि शक्ति साधनादि प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापने निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः पारायणम श्री आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थमयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य कृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकम ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम् ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारम निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम् ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शान्तिः 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 ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Friends, we started studying Sambandha Bhashyam for this Shwethashwathara Upanishad given to us by Bhagawan Adi Shankara. In this, he has given us in one flow, in one or two big sentences, the entire most important three aspects of what is our essential nature or self, how we have landed into this bandhanam bondage, how we have to get liberated. In fact, these three topics are the essence of all Shastras, all the knowledge we have to gain, all philosophy, all spirituality. So, though he has given in one flow, in our own interest, which is our job to take the responsibility, duty of understanding every line thoroughly, completely. Do it as a homework. We have tried it last 2 3 days in trying to cover the first two topics. The first topic is the ultimate goal to be reached. About it, the understanding, if it is done, that is good. You know, Sat, what he said, Chit Sadananda Advitiya Brahma is our goal. Thereafter, about avidya, what he said, very important. Thinking, if possible, put it in contrast with Maya. In other words, it is Ishvara, it is his Maya which created the world. In that Ishvara created Maya created world, there is no samsara or problem. In that Ishvara creation Srishti, we as a Jiva, when we create our Srishti, that is the cause of all bondage. And how do we create our own world in God's world and get bound? That is called as because of avidya. ईश्वर सृष्टि में जीव सृष्टि बनाकर हमको जो बाइंड करता है उसको अविद्या कहते हैं. Now these 3 4 words that are used by Lord Shankara for avidya and its effects, they are the most crucial things to be repeatedly thought over for doubtless clear understanding. है ना? Like the word swa ashraya. We have seen it thoroughly. So I am bound by my own avidya created my own srishti samsara. And this avidya of mine is in my own ashraya. So to say, as long as I support it, it will bind me. Indeed, the moment you don't want to be bound and slowly stop supporting it, replace it by vidya, then the avidya will stop troubling me. So it is in my ashraya. It is so. If is avidya is swa ashraya means it is on its own ashraya, independent, not on my ashraya, then nobody would realize in this world. Because nobody in the Maya will or avidya will allow to get realized. How somebody has got rid of avidya and got moksha? Because it was in his control. If it were not, he would have never realized. If it was in his control, it is in our control also. If he had realized by going beyond avidya, everyone can do that. That is the meaning of swa-ashraya. In other words, we are the ones who are supporting our own bevakufi and we are suffering. It is onus is ours to not support it and replace it by the Samazdari, as to say, so that we come out of our Bevakufi. That Bevakufi there is avidya. So Swa Ashraya means that. So that feeling should be generated, that known or unknown reasons I was supporting the avidya in me. Therefore it is binding me. Now I am conscious. This avidya will replace my vidya. This is how that knowledge should sink into us. You know? For example, anything we are lost in this world, in general, it is because of avidya. And in anything we are lost in this world is by our own choice. Our own choice. We can come out of it. Maybe it takes little effort or time, but we can come out. किसी में जो हम फंसे हैं, उस हर एक चीज से हम बाहर आ सकते हैं. क्योंकि सब फंसाव अविद्या से हुआ. अविद्या is स्व आश्रय. It is in my आश्रय. Knowingly or unknowingly. Everywhere, like any example, your own subordinates, servants, your own children, कोई भी हो, स्व आश्रय बस. You should have the guts to kick them or get out of that place. Free yourself from that slavery. We have always that choice. Nobody dare. Children execute that choice, therefore they leave us and go. They are more matured till they become parents. एग्जाम्पल मैं बता रहा हूँ, इसका अर्थ ये नहीं कि सब छोड़कर भागो. Swashreya, thoroughly understood. Then Svavishayaya. It is Vishaya, I am Vishayi. Become so sublime in this understanding that the Vishaya can be seen by the Vishayi, should not tie down the Vishayi. Vishaya Vishayi is Drashta Drushya. All avidya is Drushya. I am the Drashta. How can Drushya affect the Drashta? So by saying so Ashraya, indication is devaluing the avidya and its consequences. By saying Svavishaya, the attention is drawn onto the Vishayi me. This is what Shankara Bhagavan is guiding us subtly. Svavishaya, contemplate on that. Then Swa Anubhava Gamyaya. Isn't it? Because we are having the Anubhava, therefore it is appearing to be there. Actually, in the Atma Anubhava, it is not there. That Anubhava we don't have, therefore this is there as Anubhava. And here अनुभव गम्य means what? जिसकी माया या अविद्या और उसका consequence वो उसी का है और उसी को अनुभव आता है. Your avidya and its consequences are your anubhava. Mine is mine, whatever it may be. That is why everyone has a complaint to the other one that you never understand my problem. And it is true. Because तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम आपको ही समझ में आएगा, मेरा मुझे ही आएगा. स्वानुभव गम्य. Isn't it? You can say, Swamiji, you don't know what are the problems of Grihasthas. You are right, absolutely. Only you know it. But when I say what are the problems of a sannyasi, you don't know. That is, I am right now. Swanubhava Gamyaya. This Swanubhava Gamyaya is what? To say that you are caught up in avidya truly because you are having the anubhava of it. You are not experiencing Nitya Sachidananda Swarupa of one's own self, Chisadananda Advitiya Brahma. Something else you are anubhavam, you are having the anubhava. Therefore, accept that Maya Vidya is there. Only then you can work to remove it. After removing it in the Vidya, then we say it was never there. Accept the snake is seen. Now see on what the snake is seen. Then when you see the rope, thereafter we know that it was never. In that way, Swa Anubhava Gamya means you are seeing it, so therefore believe it, but go beyond it. That sublime guidance given through this word. Then the next is most crucial, Sabhasaya. Okay, be attentive. One is the ignorance of Paramatma. I mean, not Paramatma ka Agnan. I am not knowing my Parama Atma Swarupa. From that only the entire Upadhis have come. And that Paramatma's presence within the Upadhi, making each of the Upadhi do their functioning. And all Upadhis functionings are meaningless if they are not owned by someone. That someone is called Sabhasaya, Aham Aham, Sabhasaya. So, the pure consciousness may no jnata jnanam jnayam. But do I have the experience now that I am the jnata and I am the jnata of this jnayam? Yeah. So that jnata is sabhasa. That is why in our Taittiriya, yes, exhaustively we have studied that Pravesha Shruti ke time, how the Lord is entered our heart as if to become available for us. How he is available there? Drashta, Shrota, Manta, Vijnata. Remember that? The Drashta, Shrota, Manta, Vijnata is who? Abhasa only. With the eye he became Drashta. With the ear he became Shrota. With the mana he became Manta. With the buddhi he became Vijnata. But is he Drashta or Shrota or Manta or Vijnata? None of them. Then who is he? Sabhasa. Now that abhasa, when it is using faculties, is becoming knower of the world of forms, sounds, thoughts and emotions, etc. But when he is focusing on his own self, what happens? That Chidabhasa merges in Chitswarupa, discovers itself to be Chitswarupa. That is the lower bird in its inquiry about the higher bird, slowly goes near it and suddenly merges in it. The river is wanting to see, know, measure the ocean. गया उसमें गयो, it entered into it and became one with it. Okay, so this abhasa aham, as long as I am bahirmukha, I am in the tadatmya with the upadhis, and with that I become the knower of them, I become the owner of them, I become the doer through them, I become the enjoyer through them. ये सब साभास का है. In pure Paramatma, he being one without second, knower known difference is not there. Doer doing possibility is not there. Owner owned is not there. No, these are the things, as I'm saying, contemplate deeply karna hota hai. Few months, few years, then the clarity comes. Thereafter, the pole khul gaya, अब कोई हमको फंसा नहीं सकते. The secret is revealed, clarity has come, then we will not be bound. So sabhasaya. Okay. Then next one. Pratibadha swabhavika ashesha purushartha. Pratibadha swabhavika ashesha purushartha. It is very sublime sentence it is. Ki we explained yesterday with the example. Ki once you become father, then you are pratibadha, bound by swabhavika, natural, asesha, countless, purushartha, the things to be done to take care of that child. Mhm. You are bound, whether you do it or not, but bound. Some people don't do वो बच्चों को अनाथ की तरह छोड़ के जाते हैं. That is बेवकूफ़ी, नालायकपन वो. People do it, leave them in orphanage and whether you do it or not, but there is swabhavika ashesha purushartha. That is why when I become साबास युक्त जीवन विच इज लिमिटेड, स्वाभाविका से अंदर से ये लिमिटेड को इनफाइनाइट बनने का एक पुरुषार्थ महसूस होता है. दैट मी when I identify with the upadhis, then the maintaining the upadhi, then fulfilling the desire of the upadhis, this becomes as if the swabhavika shesha purushartha. Like I gave the example of child, Example of the house. Once I am the owner of the house or living person in that house, a natural so many purusharthas will come to clean it, to take care of it, to protect it, to whitewash it. स्वाभाविक हो गई नहीं. And interesting, to whichever the house I am identified, toward that only this problem is. We don't go to neighbor's house and feel worried and say, "आए चलो मेरे को झाड़ू दे दो." स्वाभाविक अशेष पुरुषार्थ बद्ध स्वाभाविक पुरुषार्थ. Think about it. Explained. Examples are given. Because of this, what is happening? Prapta ashesha anartha. This is a crucial thing we have to understand. Prapta ashesha anartha. Because the work which we are doing is extroverted and limited. Therefore, the work ends, the result also ends there. Then again there will be a dukkha in us. Therefore, that anartha feeling of dukkha, dukkha feeling of anartha is experienced by us. And many anarthas, no? How many to mention there? That because of doing those purusharthas, aneka anarthas come to us. Like that was example. इतना अच्छा आपने साफ किया. But suddenly the dust storm came, again everything in the house. Or you painted the house nicely. But something hit somewhere, that painting is gone. Then what? There is a dukkha. The inner dukkha is called anartha here. प्रतिबद्ध स्वाभाविक अशेष पुरुषार्थः, then prapta अशेष अनर्थः. This prapta अशेष अनर्थ is again a big word. How many anarthas I am getting, मुझे प्राप्ति हो रहा है, because of this अशेष पुरुषार्थ done as a jiva identifying with the upadhi. I have to note them down. Note them down. Prapta अशेष अनर्थ. अनर्थ एक ही है, दुख, but the way it comes to us in so many ways. Very many. Like कर्ता के रूप में, I may not have the wisdom sufficient. I may not be able to having the resources sufficient to do the karma. Isn't it? Then expect a result doesn't come. Then there is a feeling of disappointment. This is the meaning of prapta ashesha anartha, etc. etc. Another anartha is time is wasted. Another anartha is upadhi tadatma strengthened. Isn't it? Another anartha is what? If in that effort the result comes, then there is lobha or raga. If it doesn't come, then that is dvesha or krodha. Then with that, the source of obstruction, we have the shatrutva with them. The source of help, we become mitrata with them. Then one becomes shatru, the others mitras. One mitra shatru. These are called ashesha anartha. Endless they are. Every moment, every day. तो प्रतिबद्ध स्वाभाविक अशेष पुरुषार्थ प्राप्त अशेष अनर्थ. देन हाउ अविद्या परिकल्पितैः एव साधनैः, अविद्या परिकल्पितैः एव बाह्य और अंदर के साधनैः. The next sentence was अनिष्ट प्राप्ति इष्ट प्राप्तिम अपुरुषार्थम पुरुषार्थम मन्यमानः. This was the most crucial thought. How much time we gave yesterday to contemplate on that. इष्ट प्राप्तिम अपुरुषार्थम पुरुषार्थम मन्यमानः. So here little single or 2-3 lined explanation, if we think that we want to do, इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ? इष्ट प्राप्ति का प्रयत्न करना ही अपुरुषार्थ है. Then what is the पुरुषार्थ? वो इष्ट को छोड़ना ही पुरुषार्थ है. और that इष्ट should be for the परमात्मा. है ना? There is an इष्ट in me. Let us say it is for some worldly thing. For that ishta prapti, whatever I do is apurushartha. because it is not going to give me permanent result or happiness. It's not going to liberate me from any limitations. But then इष्ट का प्राप्ति के लिए जो करना, उसको हम पुरुषार्थ मानकर कर ही जा रहे, कर ही जा रहे. एक्चुअल व्हाट इज पुरुषार्थ? इष्ट होना ही नहीं चाहिए. दैट्स हाउ राम, दैट्स हाउ प्रहलाद, दैट्स हाउ नचिकेता. देयर माइंड्स आर इन सच ए मैच्योर्ड स्टेज. Either they have no ishta for the whole world. If you have any ishta, it is only for Paramatma. Then with Paramatma as a ishta the sadhana done to do the prapti of Paramatma, it is real Purushartha. This clarity we have to have. Ishtapraptim apurushartham purushartham manyamana. By using these 4-5 words and a sentence made, how much deep message Bhagavan Adishankara is conveying for the really thoughtful person, matured person to understand. This in a local man's language, we are slaves of our likes, dislikes. That is the meaning at our level. Same thing, but it is put very lightly. Whether it is dharma, adharma, we go on fulfilling only our ishta prapti. हर दिन वही हम करते जाते हैं. Even coming to the class is not as a duty but as an ishtam. And not coming also because somewhere else the ishtam has gone. In life, there should not be ishta. Ishta is liking. This is only what is to be done. Dharma, that is done, that's it. Like bhojanam. You can't have bhojanam because of ishtam. Bhojan karna dharma hai for the maintenance of sharira. That's it. And I don't like to eat the food. This food I don't like. I like that one. This is what is samsara. Just like medicine. You can't say medicine thoda kadwa tha, dusra dena sab. Do you have the ishta thought for the medicine? No, you are diseased. You get this medicine, that's it. So to hunger is a disease. For that some food. You can't have choice. Because people suffer only because of food. Because they take food by choice. That is ishta. 90% of diseases are because of food only, no? Ishta bhojana karna. Quantity wise also ishta, variety ishta, and masala दबा के खाओ. अब देखो उसके बाद how much of anartha, अशेष अनर्थ प्राप्ति. इष्ट प्राप्तिम अपरुषार्थम पुरुषार्थम मन्यमानः. Contemplate on. And because of it, our ishta is always for the worldly things. Our attention is outside. Therefore, mokshartham alabhamana. Moksha named, there is one purushartha. That itself is we are not aware of it. Even if we are aware, the definition of moksha is not clearly understood. Even it is understood, the sufficient energy, stamina, inspiration to pursue that purushartha really to fulfill the mumuksha or the moksha, we can't do because ishtaprapti ke liye the whole mind is going on, attention is going on, energy is going on, whole life is going on. That is the frustration of Lord Rama in that 14th circle. Mokshartham alabhamana. Now see how this power of the avidya in us is working so efficiently that it is all the time on the name of moksha or ananda. It is taking us towards the bandhana and dukkha only. You know, a dishonest shopkeeper. When you give him the choice, भैया कौन सा चीज अच्छा है बताओ, he will only see to it that you will buy what he wants to sell. He will make you convinced about it. The avidya makes us work like that. It says, no, no, you want moksha? Na? Idhar aao, idhar aao, idhar aao. Then there, definitely we fail, we don't get moksha. Then we question it. अच्छा मैं ही सोचा इधर था, मेरे को गलती हो गई, चलो उधर होगा, उधर होगा. It goes on making us run from one object to other, one idea to other, one thing to other goes on. That is the meaning of mokshartham alabamana. Where is moksha? What is moksha? Even this definition also is not clear to us. Understanding is not clear to us. Then only the sadhana for that and doing it. वो तो बात की बातें होंगी. मोक्षार्थम अलभमानः. Now the makara adivi iva. That example of makara, markata, any example you take. You know, the markata, the monkey also. You know, from one village to other, and in each of the village, from one particular grove of trees or jungle to the other, in that also from one tree to the other, in that also one branch to the other. It never be stable. Makaradavi. Okay. Now in today's entire discussion, the most crucial thing is the next one we are discussing. ओके आज का ये आज का क्लास कल का परसों का वही हमने रिपीट किया आई नो इट बट आई फेल्ट फॉर माय सेक आल्सो यू आल्सो once more go through it it may become more clear so that we don't look back we move ahead. What is the next word which I said very crucial is कि रागादिभिः है ना इतस्ततः समाकृष्यमाणः. Today's main thought we have to take home is this one. Ragadibhi itastataha akrushyamanah. Okay, inside our mind, the raga and dvesha, kama, krodha. Because of that, our thoughts, our plans, our activities, all of them are pulled towards that. Therefore, that particular result we deserve, and for that sake, we are pulled to that or this place. I gave the example of exhibition yesterday. Remember? From one lane of items to the other lane, in that also, from one particular object वाला दुकान से दूसरे वाला, how with राग आदि से हम इधर से उधर उधर से उधर खींचे जाते. You know, some people who are not certain about what they want, or maybe the budget problem. You know, one item they want, anything it is. तो इस दुकान में गए, आइटम इज देयर बट कलर इज नॉट देयर. देन अदर को देखो, कलर है लेकिन क्वालिटी का टेक्सचर ठीक नहीं. दूसरे में गया, आइटम है, कलर है, क्वालिटी है बट कॉस्ट ज़्यादा है. देन ही गोस इट थोड़ा कम करो, इसे कम नहीं होगा. देन इधर ही कम, बट सेटिस्फाई नहीं हुआ. तो ही इज रागादि भी तथा आकृष्यवान. Finally, some shop he buys but without satisfaction because it has not fulfilled him with the entire expectations. That is one way of saying the things. Other way is what? See our mind. How much it has got the raga towards the things and beings. राग का दो अर्थ होते हैं. एक क्या है? We have seen this exhaustively in Yoga Darshanam. Again, I am explaining. है ना? सुखानुशयी रागः, दुःखानुशयी द्वेषः, स्वरसवाही विदुषोऽपि तदारूढः अभिनिवेशः, अनित्य अशुचि दुःख अनात्मसु नित्य शुचि सुख आत्मख्यातिरविद्या, दुर्दर्शन शक्त्योः एकात्मता इव अस्मिता. Panchaklesha definition we have seen, I think. At least we can remember that we have forgotten. So, what is raga is any source of happiness. Okay. When we get happiness, first of all, to that source of happiness, to that activity of happiness, to that the contact which led to the happiness, and to happiness itself, and to me. When there is an emotional attachment, it becomes raga. It is not necessary. It is not compulsion, but we make it so. Like we had a food in a hotel. बढ़िया मजा था. अब अच्छा था, अच्छा कह दो. Somebody asks, give some tip more to him. Come home. That freedom is there, no? But what do we do? No, the hotel is good, very good. Ambience is good. Good only, but that emotion attached there. The table was very good. Exactly, AC was on towards me. Then the manager was good. The server bearer was very good. The way of serving was good. Taste is excellent. अगर actually ना बार बार इधर ही आना चाहिए. That is called raga. Then your mind always thinks about it. वो सिटी आते ही अरे पिछली बार वहाँ खाना खिलाया चलो let me go. Even though there are better hotels than that and all, but then we go there. By the time we go there, the hotel is closed. Or it's not there. Then we feel so much disappointed. Then क्या हुआ था? टैक्स पे नहीं किया फिर गवर्नमेंट ने जब्त कर ली. Then you scold the government. Why? Because you have not got that hotel where you have a food of your liking. So too with the people. Most dangerous is with the people. Some love they give us, some safety, security they give us, some type of seva they give us. Then we want it again and again repeated. That thought is called rag. राग का अर्थ है रंग लग जाना. रंजनात रागा. उस अनुभूति का, अनुभूति देने वाले का, अनुभव का, अनुभोक्ता का. All of these four, when they get coloring our mind, when they color our mind, we got raga. How the Mahatmas live? They are everywhere wherever they want to be. But 100% they live. But they clear off that issue there and then. They won't say, अम्मा आपके घर में खाना अच्छा है पैक करके दे दो. They won't say, this center is good, every time I will come here. No, if the center is doing good work, you go. That is purpose different. वो तो राग नहीं है, वो तो गोल है, लक्ष्य. They are no raga to desha, kala, vastu, vyakti, paristhiti, anubhuti. Many ways to achieve raga rahityam, seeing divinity everywhere. There's one way not to see the, not allowing the raga to happen. Taking it as a prarabdha, another way. In any way, don't allow the raga. राग आ गया ना उसके ऑपोजिट जो भी होता है उनका टुवर्ड्स दैट वी हैव द द्वेष. Therefore राग आदि भी pray to the Lord only one thing from today. Bhagavan, from the Hridaya, Raga Dveshadi totally remove. The whole Atma Moda you have studied, no? That 6th, 7th, 8th slokas. Samsaraha swapnatulyo hi Raga Dveshadi sankulaha. Swakale satyavat bhati, prabodhe satya asat bhavet. More important, tavat satyam jagat bhati. Suktika rajatam yada yavan nagnayate brahma sarvadhishtanamadvayam. Before that, it is only raga dvesha which make a beautiful jagat as samsara. People as related. And in the world, the people's relations are for fulfilling their duties, for enjoying that particular relativity, not to get lost in raga, like your wife. So love her as a husband, wonderful. Take care of her and all. But don't get attached. The freedom is ours. We generally love less, attach more. We don't know difference between prema and raga. Whole world. प्यार किया कम होता है अटैचमेंट ज्यादा होता है इन प्यार यू गिव इन अटैचमेंट यू वांट and how all this happens remember avidya only what is avidya are I myself am blissful self inside what sukha I need from the world outside ये बेसिक नॉलेज के बाद ही ये सारी बातें सो मकरादिभिरिव रागादिभि इतस्ततः आकृष्यमाणः समाकृष्यमाणः therefore as the ragadi so the karma as the karma so the result as the result so our newer bodies sura nara tiryagadi prabheda bhedita prabheda bhedita means totally of tangentially opposite natured prabheda bhedita nana yonishu sancharan. So this is how we with our own avidya in these steps go to the sanchara of so many yonis and in every yoni the ऊपर का कहानी सेम अविद्या वैसा ही रहेगा अपुरुषार्थ को पुरुषार्थ मानते हैं राग आदि दोष होएंगे अकॉर्डिंगली वी वर्क That becomes cause for again another sharira. Now, how many times this has to be contemplated to grasp the essence which leads to tell us, which leads to the revelation that never what we have to do, where we have to be careful about. इसलिए वेदांत पढ़ना है तो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि चाहिए. उत्तम अधिकारी कैन अलोन डू द वेदांत. तो मंदम मध्याधिकारी द योगादि कर्म योगादि भक्ति योग उनके लिए उत्तम अधिकार होना चाहिए इधर. To be able to see the truth naked, whether it is the liberating truth or the binding way of this Maya. Okay, now we have to start. The second topic is over bondage. How the liberation starts, it is from here. Ki kenapi sukrita karmana, then brahmanadi adhikari shariram praptaha, then ishwarartha karmanushthanena, then apagata ragadi malaha, then anityadi darshanena, then utpanna iha amutrartha bhoga viraga, then upetya acharyam, then acharya dvarena vedanta shravanadina, then aham brahmasmiti brahma atma tattvam avagamya, then nivrutta ajnana tat karyaha, then vitashokaha bhavati. Then come tomorrow to listen the explanation of all these things. Very beautiful topic it is. Then in this Atma Jnana alone is moksha. To substantiate this point, number of quotations Bhagavan Adi Shankara from all Upanishads or Puranas, Itihasa, Shruti, Smruti goes on quoting, to make us get convinced about it, because we are lost in anatma because of avidya. We think there alone is sukha and we want there alone is permanent sukha. हमको ना इसमें ही मुक्ति चाहिए करके एक रॉन्ग गलत फहमी होता है. सबसे बड़ा गलत फहमी इज दिस. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ अपुरुषार्थम पुरुषार्थम मन्यमाना. Means what you want is not available there. To this truth we are not ready to receive. The other opposite, the same thing put it otherwise, what you want is available here, you come. No, we are not want to go there. It's as simple as, you may feel bad to say, your moksha is with the gurus. Come, we will not go there. You're all bound in your life in the other things in the world. Leave it. We are not living. Without moksha without going to the moksha giving guru, we want moksha. And without leaving LEAVing, the bandha karakas, we want to get freed from the bandha. अरे होगा कैसे? And I don't want to stop eating sweets, and I never take the diabetic medicine, and I want the sugar to be normal. Are is the other way around, no? Stop eating sweets, start taking proper medication, it will be normal. Like this example is our life. That is why we have to be repeatedly given the quotations. वो भी उसके लिए जिनको श्रद्धा है शास्त्रों की अथॉरिटी में, उनके लिए. Oh, in so many places it is said. So let me really, through Vidya, remove avidya and its karya and get into moksha anubhuti. And this also repeatedly we have to contemplate till it enters into our heart. Clear? Tomorrow we'll see. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnamevāvashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Don't miss our morning beautiful classes. Very good. Join in 5 minutes.